Hey guys, Big Bear here with another battle report. This one's going to be between my Tomb Kings and a Dwarf army again. It's called Because Texas Loves Dwarves. Um, I just keep bumping into the same Dwarf player, so I'm going to keep playing them. So yeah, I hope you guys are getting better at learning how to beat these guys. Um, go ahead and show you over the battlefield here. Got a couple hills. Um, two forests, and on the very far side there's another hill there. Pretty open battlefield for once. It's going to be a meeting engagement. So look at his army here. He has 40 Dwarven warriors on the left, 40 Dwarven warriors on the right. In the middle, a hammer unit with a Rune Lord, a Thane with BSB, a Grudge Thrower already upgraded, 2 cannons, and a Hellblaster. I mean, not a Hellblaster, I apologize. A what are they called? A organ gun. And then he also has one gyrocopter there on right next to his other unit. And then for me, on my very left hand side, I have 2 units of horse archers protecting that left flank there, kind of trying to get those war machines. And then in the middle of my battle line, I have my 6 Shopti with a musician, 75 warriors, herald in there with fencer's blades, 4+ ward once per game. I'm a level 4 wizard with a 4+ save, a prince in there with the Iron Curse icon, 3 carrion. That whole unit of skeleton warriors also all have shields. The very bottom right here is my casket of souls. I also have a couple units coming in that were stuck in reserves. So first turn he just kind of sits still, and like dwarves do, re-angles his line a little more to hold me off, and he starts to shoot some more of his war machines. So he really doesn't kill that many. I'm out of he flies his gyrocopter behind my horseman, if you can see it there, and he's just trying to, I think he was so pissed that the casket killed most of his army the game before. He's decided to send him to go kill my casket, which is all the way on the other side of the battlefield, so it can't be cannoned. So yeah, here he is flying behind it, and then that's all he really does. Not really any shooting casualties. So my turn, I go ahead and bring in my Tomb Guard, and there's 40 of them with a prince, and then 3 chariots. They come in now. They have no command of any kind, and I bring them all on the left to threaten him there, and then I go ahead and shoot some shots into a couple of his units with my horse archers and stuff, and really don't kill anybody. So yeah, his turn. He goes ahead and flies his gyrocopter over over to threaten my casket even more, and then he I mean, from what he was saying, this thing had a couple, strength 4 attacks and stuff. I don't think he realized how well the casket could fight. Honestly, I didn't even, because nobody's ever touched it, so it's kind of a learning thing for both of us. We both didn't look it up for some reason. So, yeah, he lands a grudge rock right onto my Tomb Guard, kills 10 of them. So that really hurt. Gonna have to recuperate some losses there, and then cannon. Excuse me. Cannon kills 2 Shopti. So there's 100 points racked up for that thing already. No matter how many monsters I try to take out of my list, it keeps gaining those points so easy. So yeah, and then otherwise, I move my battle line like this, move into the forest. Tomb Guard move up, the horse archers move up. I'm trying to bait him into charging that one horse archer unit, because if he does so, that allows me to charge him a lot faster. Dwarven players are really tough for me because they just never move, and I can't move that fast, so I just have to run at them aimlessly. I angle my carrion here against the gyrocopter, so that way I can, if it tries to charge and fails, then I can charge it with my carrion and hopefully take it out. My horse archers are just staying up there, staying at a standstill just to keep him in place, and then also I want to be able to take that unit out of the fight. So my casket moves back a little bit, just to make sure it doesn't get killed. It's not through all my stuff. So we were laughing about how it's in that big cluster. He's like, I can still see it, but so anyway, his turn here, he decides to just not worry about my horse archers and decide he needs to get in the fight because his flank is being pushed really hard. So he angles all his units that way. His organ gun's trying to threaten my horse archers. I think I'm 24.1 inches away from it, just so I can't be shot. And then he flies his gyrocopter out of line of sight of my carrion to where it can charge next turn against my casket, which really sucks because I didn't plan on that going like that. And then he shoots the organ gun. I didn't even think about it the way I lined my stuff up. I should have moved just a little farther back. He shoots the organ gun and erases my unit of cav, which you know, it's the price I pay. What I was trying to do is that gap between these two units, charge a long bomb charge, risk it, and if I got back there, at least I could tie that, you know, some of those war machines up. And then yeah, so my turn. So reform my battle line like this. My shop to go 4 wide so they can get in the fight next turn and do some damage. And then my the rest of my army just kind of moves up. My chariots are holding still because I want them to be able to threaten his flank. And if he does charge my skeletal warriors, then I can get a flank charge myself. So yeah, my carrion abandoned the cause to protect the casket because I don't know, it's just not going to work, it seems like. So I go ahead and move them back up there where they can be of some more use. And then my scorpion does come in though, which also makes that choice a lot easier to leave my carrion. So I move my casket up closer to my scorpion. You know, it's like, go ahead and charge it. I'll probably hold for 1 round and my scorpion get in there and kill him to get some easy points. So other than that, it goes to his turn. So yeah, he does charge the casket, hitting it that way on the side there. That way he's not after me a rear when he gets in, or when I counter charge him. And for the rest of his turn, he kind of he shoots another cannonball, kills an Ushapti, kills a horse, and then it also kills 2 of my Tomb Guard. So with that being said, my Ushapti are so depleted, I don't know if they're going to really even be able to have an impact in the game. So yeah, he does no wounds to me. I do 1 wound to him because casket guards have great weapons and 2 attacks apiece. So that's 4 strength 5 attacks, and then the 2 strength 3. So I was able to actually hurt him, and then I end up charging my Tomb Scorpion in there, doing a couple wounds. He actually breaks and then flees out of there. So you know, I expected to kill the thing, but it got away, so it kind of bummed me out. Dwarves are leadership 9. I expected to rally though and charge it next turn. And then my turn, I kind of move up my horse archers to block his main unit. I mean his very far right unit there, to be some good chaff. Probably shoot me off with the organ gun, but you know, he doesn't have the anvil, so he can't get into my flanks or whatever. And then with that being said, I declare a long bomb charge with my my big unit there in the front left against his top left unit, and they fail. Trying to get at them, get the easy points. That middle unit's hammer is stubborn. I would have never got it. So on that, carry and move up to support, and my Shapti do a swift reform to face in a straight line going towards the right of the battlefield, and just try to get out of the way. Other than that, what I've set up here is that I have my horse archers to try to block him from getting to my main block, which would point him towards my other units, which would allow me to charge with my chariots and my Tomb Guard and probably eliminate that unit. And but what happens is he does shoot his organ gun there instead of the other side, so that erases them. And he goes ahead and charges his large block there on the right hand side into my chaff unit to eliminate them. So I think there's a pretty good use for him of his tools that he had. So I do have 1 more unit of horse archers back there, but I don't think they're going to be of any real use. If you notice, I picked off like 1 or 2 guys in every squad with my shooting. So the general overview right now is that we're just kind of just grinding at each other. Been a real slow-paced game for actual hand-to-hand, chaff here, chaff there, and we'll see how it goes. So for the rest of his turn, I forgot to do the rally roll, so I'm like, hey, go ahead. He fails it, so he rolls the flea, and his gyrocopter leaves the battlefield. So that guy lives to fight another day, but in the meantime, it's 140 points gone. So right now, I think we're dead even. He's killed two or three horse units. This makes 3 right here, so that puts him up by 70 points. So the game's neck and neck. Only 210 points for him, 140 for me, and it's been really close. So I do end up killing one dude before I get dragged down, which I can deal with. And then my turn, I declare charges. So my units make it in there. I make it in with the Tomb Guard that are 5 wide, and make it in with the chariots. I only have 2 left, and then the other skeleton unit makes it into that unit right in front of them. I really should not have charged that great weapon unit like that with my skeletons, but we'll see how that goes as is. So I end up rolling 6 dice to get -1 strength and toughness off on that dwarf unit on the left, because I know the hammers aren't going to break, and it goes off with a miscast. I lose a level or something like that. But the cool part is it goes off, and I just crush that unit because the impact hits, and my Tomb Guard attacking the steadfast. So he breaks, and I run him down, and then my turn, or his turn. We have a wash in our hand for the other combat there, so I'm feeling pretty confident. He does end up charging my flank. That I should have used my carrion to redirect this big unit. I just wasn't thinking. I was so hyped up about this kill on the left-hand side. He uses cannon, the grape shots. My chariots don't kill them all, so then he ends up shooting the organ gun at him and erasing them. I think he tries to shoot the rock on top of my Tomb Guard, but it just misses. And then after combat, he just annihilates my unit. I mean, another thing, just like with the Empire battle, it's just so many attacks. It's so foolish of me not to use this carrion to redirect. I really honestly have no idea why I didn't. If I would have, I probably could have held out for another turn or two. Got a flank charge with those Tomb Guards. So as it stands, I decide, hey, I'm already losing by a lot of points. I'm going to go ahead and do a dual charge here. So I charge in my Shabti, they get in there. Charge in my carrion, they get in the flank. I'm not expecting to win this at all. I'm just hoping maybe, by some luck of the gods, I'd force a panic test and, he breaks. But he ends up, smashing those guys to death and holding the line. And that ends up, with my Tomb Guard, for the rest of my turn, they charge the Grudge Thrower, get that easy 160 points, and that's game over. The tally ended up being he had me by 700 victory points. Would have been less, not sacrificing the carrion and some other things. But the things I learned from this battle, which it was a lot of fun. It was a really good game, and you got to be patient with Tomb Kings. Normally, you think you want to run in there and get in there and fight, but Tomb Kings, just like their fluff is, they can wait for all eternity. So should you if you're going to play them. Wait for the perfect fights, wait for the perfect charges, and eventually they'll come to you. Other than that, you got to cover your flanks. I really honestly lost this game due to not using my chaff enough to block that unit. I should have kept my horse archers getting up there to cover them. I should have used my carrion to get up there. He should have never touched that unit with those warriors, which would have made my skeletons held, which would have probably made it a draw and or win. So other than that, I need a lot more shooting in my list. Big aspect of Tomb Kings, our bows aren't that powerful, but with the negative strength and toughness buff, they can actually do a lot of damage. The additional shots buff, and I'm not taking advantage of that right now on my list. So I think I'm probably going to drop my Shabti, which I hate to see him go for now. But for a competitive type list, probably take 20, 25 archers, put that level 4 back in the bunker because he got mauled in that hand-to-hand as well. That's a lot of points gone. and I don't think the 6-up regen in that unit is really worth risking him dying. So he's going to go back in a bunker, and then I'm going to replace the Herald with a Necrotech. And yeah, so I hope the next game is a lot more eventful, you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. So thanks again.